When you've been too busy working to actually scale your business, it is so easy to forget why you even started in the first place. And as the years go by, as you kind of get farther and farther from where you actually came from, where you started from, what life used to look like, it's actually hard to remember your why. But the question now is, what do you actually do to keep your drive, to keep your motivation, to keep pushing forward within your business? How do you find your center? How do you find your why all over again? Hey there, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the More Than Social podcast. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome. I'm so glad that you have landed on this episode. My name is Lisa Ann, and like I said, this episode I'm so happy that you landed on because today we are going to discuss something that's really special, especially being the beginning of the year, and something that entrepreneurs often forget, and that's all about your purpose. And really, this episode is inspired by a couple of books that I've been reading over the last couple of months, and then also just what I've implemented in my business over the last 8 years. If you've ever read the books Find Your Why by Simon Sinek or The Vision Driven Leader by Michael Hyatt, then I know you're already in a great spot. And I hope that you've actually taken the time to really digest what they've taught you and actually implement it into your life because it is so dang powerful. If you haven't read those two, add them to your list this year, okay? Both of those books, I've actually read them quite a few times. And what I've learned throughout the years, throughout the 8 years that I've been in business, is that it is so easy to get so caught up in all the things that you have to do for your business and so caught up in the revenue goals every single year that you actually lose sight of what really matters. The money's nice. Yes, I totally get it. But at the end of the day, there's so much more reason to why you are doing what you are doing. Those deep reasons, I used to actually push them away, push them down, so I didn't really have to think about my emotions. But at the end of the day, I know what keeps me motivated every single day. And for the last 8 and a year bit, I know what's motivating me. And it really comes down to purpose. So today, I want you to think about this on a really deep level with me and ask yourself, why did you start doing what you're doing in the first place? What's your vision? What mission are you trying to accomplish within your business? Your business purpose isn't just all about personal goals, and it's definitely not about profit. Now, profit, I do want you to pay attention to, but that's not your purpose. The number of clients that you sign every single year, that could be a goal, but again, that is not your purpose. That's not a purpose-driven goal. Your business purpose is about the impact that your business has on the world. What legacy would you like to have? What legacy would you like to leave in this world? How do you want to be remembered at the end of the day? What impact do you want to create, or what impact do you want to have on other people? My goal for you is that this chat just helps you refine your purpose and take you away from that constant grind attitude and into the feeling of fun, freedom, and just waking up every day knowing that you are doing exactly what you are meant to do in this world. And I want to share some stories with you about people that I know who really did find their purpose, even though, yes, they rolled their eyes at me when I start to bring this up to them. It's something that is so powerful and something that we all forget. But when these specific people that I'm going to tell you about found their purpose, the transformation that they had not only on their business, but on the lives of people all around them, even on their own lives, was incredible. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't start my business just to make money. I wanted to have more control over the impact that I was having. And I knew that on the level that I wanted to do that, I couldn't do that at the corporate job that I was at. And I couldn't do it with the freedom that I always wanted. And I didn't really understand this whole purpose driven business until I actually really started looking inward into what I wanted out of my business. Now, before we dive into some of those stories that I know is going to have a huge impact on you, let's first talk about this. What happens when you've actually lost sight of your business purpose? What do you put at risk when you start to forget your why and it kind of just disappears? Now, in my opinion, there's really three things that are being impacted: your motivation, the relationships that you're having with people, and your overall focus. So when you forget about your purpose, you are losing motivation, or you're at a risk to lose motivation. And when you lose motivation, well, you just kind of coast for a little bit within your business, and then eventually it'll just kind of fade away. Without a clear purpose for your business, you'll have these moments where you just want to have a nap instead of working on your business. You don't want to work on your business in the middle of the day when you're supposed to be working. Or maybe when you try to work on your business, you're just kind of like staring at blank space, just not knowing what to do, not feeling creative anymore. It's a struggle to keep yourself going when you lose that motivation, especially during those times of life or business when things get hard. And that always is going to happen. But without that purpose, you most likely are going to fail. And some will fail a lot quicker than others. But if you're looking to build a business that is long term for you, you'll want to have a clear vision and really a deep understanding of what is the purpose behind why you are really doing this outside of money. Next is the relationships that you have with people. If it's with your team members, clients, partnerships, collaborations, purpose actually brings people together. And even more so when you can clearly define your purpose and share that with other people. Share the real reason of why you do what you do. They will connect with you on a different level and on a deeper level. So think of it this way. If I said to you, hey, I'm only recording these podcast episodes because I want to make money off of you, what are you going to do? How are you going to look at me? How are you going to think about me? Now, I probably would expect you not to listen to my podcast anymore, and I definitely don't see you buying anything that I have to offer. But instead, what if I shared with you my real reason? What if I told you that my purpose is to help fellow entrepreneurs build a business that truly makes them happy every single day, that gives them the freedom to live life exactly as they want to? And that's different for all of us. Freedom is going to mean something to you differently than what it is for me. But I want that for you. And literally deep down in my core, I want to see you at that exact moment when you finally realize, I've made it. I want to see you. And I can see the look on your face already. I know the feeling that you're going to have. And if I can help you get there, even if it's 1% of the way, I want to be a part of your journey. I want to impact you. I want to help you achieve that goal that you have. If you join my programs, if you hire my agency, anything, I don't care if you do that or not. I just want you to hit those goals. Now, sharing that, how do you look at me? Do you see the difference here? You'll connect with me on a totally different level when you know my true reason why I do what I do. And when it comes to teams, partnerships, collaborations, if you are on a mission to impact lives versus just making money, the thing that's going to happen is you're actually going to make an even bigger impact and have a more successful business. And the last thing that I see people do and really fall into when they lose their vision is that they actually lose focus. They jump, they jump, they jump. If you don't have a vision of what's to come, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're actually working towards. And what happens is you actually end up holding yourself back. You end up focusing on these short-term gains versus running a marathon for your business and making the impact that you actually want to make. So think about it. Now, it may seem simple, but again, this is something that I find so many entrepreneurs forget about. And I have definitely fallen into that trap. But they forget about it because we're in the thick of actually growing our business, doing the daily task. But now, like I said, I want to share a couple stories with you because I know it's something that can truly just help you refine this purpose or just re-spark some creativity within your business. And I want to start off by telling you a story of Kim. Okay. So Kim's story really taught me the power of purpose. Now, Kim is a coach and she has helped so many people over the years, but she always felt like something was just really missing. When Kim and I got connected, I had her really, really think about who are the people that she's coached over the years that she absolutely loved. And think about the ones that really lit her up inside. Like she absolutely loved working with them. Now, after doing a bit of digging, she realized that she loved helping other moms. She can relate to them, being a mom herself, and she understands the struggles of parenthood, and she understands that some moms feel like they lose themselves. So we really figured out what it is that she wants to do, how she wants to help these moms, and how she wants to reframe her business. She wants to help them understand that they are more than just a mom. So what we had to do at the end of the day is we had to change her coaching business to focus on making more moms feel empowered and strong versus anyone who wants to change their life in some way. Now, guess what happened? Kim's coaching business has become more successful than it already was. And the best part is She is so dang happy every single day. She truly says she loves what she does. Her drive to grow her business is backed by a strong mission, a strong sense of purpose of helping other moms feel a sense of power. So, in this case, when you really look inwards at what impact you want to make, it gives you this deeper meaning as to why you do what you do. And at the end of the day, a powerful purpose gives you this strong sense of fulfillment every single day. Now, with Kim, it was pretty obvious what she loved to do when we really got into it. So start thinking about, what do you really love to do? Who do you really love to help? But that's not everyone's story. Some people really struggle with this, and that's totally okay. And I totally get it. Now, Kevin, a mortgage agent, he's a great, great example of this. So, as a mortgage agent, he has helped so many people get mortgages for their homes. That's what they do, right? So he has been such a great mortgage agent. He's been working for years. And honestly, he's been doing really, really well with growing his client base and helping them with mortgages. But what Kevin struggled with was he was actually bored. He felt like his life was just, well, repetitive. He was living on this hamster wheel. And he fell into this hole where he just had no motivation to grow. Kevin knew that deep down, there was so much more that he could bring to the table, so much more that he could actually do with his life. He just had no idea what that actually meant. So, his buddy at the time, he was traveling the world and he was just kind of living his life. And he always followed all of his buddies' adventures. He lived vicariously through him, just like wishing that one day he could do that. Now, Kevin wasn't married, he didn't have kids, he had a mortgage of his own, but whatever. So he said, screw it, I need a break. So what he did is he decided to go and travel for 6 months. Pretty cool, right? Now, while he was traveling, he had some time to actually do things that he hasn't had time for years. One of them was reading. At first, he just kind of grabbed things off the shelf. He would go to bookstores as he was traveling. And eventually, he found himself picking up different books that was all about building wealth. So he was fascinated by it. That's all he thought about, was this game of building wealth. And it just kind of snowballed from there. So what he did was he focused on that. He changed his entire mortgage business to focus on wealth building opportunities now in real estate. So he kind of merged them together. Now, taking a step back and letting him actually go through this process of rediscovering his interest, it guided him to this newfound purpose. And by the way, if you can't travel for months at a time, don't worry. That's not necessarily what I'm saying you have to do, although it would be awesome. It's not the point of the story. My point is, sometimes you actually need to take a step back to see where you really want to go and why you want to go that direction, even if you are already successful at what you do. I know so many entrepreneurs who just shut down their business, and if they're making millions a year, thousands of dollars a year, they just said, bye, I no longer want to do this. I no longer feel a sense of purpose or fulfillment. People are going to say those people are crazy. But for me, if you don't actually have a purpose behind what you are doing, why are you actually doing it? Money isn't everything. And if it is, why not go work for corporate? Okay, so know this. It is okay to step out of your comfort. Go out and experience your own adventure. You may be surprised to see what you actually find about yourself. Now, let me quickly tell you a story about just overcoming your challenges with purpose, because we all are going to face some challenges. Now, this one is a story about Carrie. So, Carrie is a personal trainer, and she has been having some really, really tough times with money. Okay. And even problems she was having with money, it all came back to like the actual industry that she was in. But do you know what she did despite her problems with money, despite her career? She always kept her why in mind. So she told herself every single day, why is she doing this? Why is she a personal trainer? Why is she helping people get healthy? And she always had this connection to the wellness industry because her dad passed away because of diabetes. So Carrie used her love for helping people and making an impact on the world because of her why. She did not let money get in her way. She did not get the challenges of her industry get in her way. Now, today, she's one of the best diabetes coaches in the USA. Carrie's story, it always reminds me that when you have this big heart full of help, we can literally get through anything. You can get through anything. You can overcome any single challenge as long as you have a strong sense of purpose. It allows you to really just channel your passion and commits to this bigger cause than you even know what is possible. And really, with this strong passion, you can get through tough times with resilience. Just as we learned with Carrie's story, the power of determination and just staying true to your purpose, keeping your why really close, it's going to help you go a long way. And it's pretty cool when you actually see all of this kind of come together. Okay, now I do have one more story that I want to tell you. It's about Sam. In this story, I wanted to tell you because if you have no idea how to actually infuse purpose in your life, this is for you. So, Sam is in the corporate world and she is one of those hard ass workers. She's in her late 20s and she's actually climbing the ladder really quickly for her industry. Sam really values money as much as her work. And sometimes that is a motivator for people. But one day, she thought about what actually made her happy. On paper, life seemed perfect. Okay. But deep down, inside, she was actually questioning every single thing that she was doing. Is this really what adulthood is all about? Is this the good life that people talk about? She has a great job. She is making good money. She's has benefits. She has a car, a house, a good relationship. But something just like deep down just really fell off. Do you ever feel that when like in your gut, you're just like, something's not right? So what Sam did was she actually got herself a coach, someone to help her kind of sort out all these thoughts that are really going through her mind and decide what does she really want out of life? Is she just in this rut? And at the end of the day, Sam realized that she loved working. She's just a workaholic, and that's okay. But she liked the challenge of continuously growing and kind of climbing that ladder. It was fun for her. But she didn't actually love the work she was doing. She felt unfulfilled. She felt like she wasn't actually making an impact. So after a few months working with this coach, she did some soul searching, and she was actually hanging out with her nephew one day. Right then and there, she figured it out. She realized she loved working with kids who needed that extra support just like her nephew did. That's when she started a side business. She didn't just jump in, quit her job right off the bat, but within 6 months, by following this passion, Sam's business took off. She quit her job. And now every day, she's actually making an impact on children's lives. She still loves working. She still loves this game of growing and growing and growing. But what Sam realized that life isn't always about money if you're not feeling fulfilled. And it's also not worth it if she's not happy. So what do we actually learn from this story? There's one specific thing. That purpose is a really, really great thing. It helps you move past this materialistic aspects of life so that you can actually wake up every single day and love what you do. Now, I really want to make sure that this episode just comes in full circle for you. And I hope you're kind of getting some sparks of creativity. There are so many things that we can learn from these 4 stories, and you're going to take something different than I take from it. And I'm not sharing them to tell you to leave your business behind, to travel the world, to quit your job, anything like that. I'm sharing them because I want you to realize that purpose is everything when it comes to succeeding in life and in business. If you see it right now or not, I know that one day you will. You'll have this light bulb moment, and maybe you're having it right now. But just remember, reflect on what actually brings you joy. Explore new experiences. Connect with your personal values. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for guidance. Go out on an adventure. Now, being the beginning of a new year, it's definitely the right time to define your purpose and make it really, really clear, both in your life and within your business. Why are you doing what you do every single day? And always remember that your journey to getting a purpose-driven business is going to be unique for you, just as it is for everyone else. For me, it's different than what it's going to be for you. But I want you to embrace this process and really just trust yourself. You know so much more than you possibly think. And you'll be surprised of how things can actually change in your life, even your mindset. When you have a clear direction on where you're going and why you're doing it, things become more clear and easier. Now, I'm going to leave it there for you to think about this. And like I said, enjoy the process. Enjoy figuring this out for you. But regardless, I'll see you next week. Bye for now.